Join me as I dive into the wild world of spending and challenge myself to find the craziest things Americans are wasting their money on. When you think about it, it's pretty surprising how much money we waste on things we don't really need. From daily habits to one-time splurges, our spending habits can add up quickly. And the reality is, many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet, while simultaneously shelling out cash on unnecessary purchases. Having lived in this country for a while, I've noticed that people tend to get caught up in keeping up with the Joneses. We feel pressure to buy the latest gadgets, trendiest clothes, and luxurious cars, even if we can't really afford them. And let's be real, social media doesn't help. We're constantly bombarded with ads and posts telling us we need this or that to be happy, successful, or cool. It's no wonder we're driven to overspend. But have you ever stopped to think about why we're so inclined to splurge on things that don't truly bring us joy or value? Is it because we're trying to fill a void in our lives? Are we seeking validation from others? Whatever the reason, it's time to take a step back and assess our spending habits. This misconception that we need the latest and greatest to be happy is not only hurting our wallets, but it's also damaging to our environment and our well-being. We're stuck in this cycle of buy, use, throw away, and it's unsustainable. So, what are some of the craziest things Americans are wasting their money on? Well, let's take a look. Subscription services are a huge culprit. We're talking about streaming services, gym memberships, and monthly delivery boxes. Don't get me wrong, some of these services can be convenient, but how many of us are actually using them regularly? Impulse buys are another major money sucker. We've all been there, browsing online or in-store, and suddenly we just have to have that shiny new toy or trendy outfit. The problem is, most of the time we don't even end up using or wearing it. And then there's overpriced coffee. I mean, come on, $5 for a latte? That adds up quickly, especially if you're grabbing one on the go every morning. Did you know that the average American spends over $1,300 a year on coffee? That's a lot of money that could be going towards something more meaningful, like paying off debt, saving for a big purchase, or investing in our future. It's crazy to think about how much money we're wasting on these seemingly small purchases. But when you add them up, it's staggering. In fact, a recent study found that the average American spends over 30% of their income on discretionary items. That's almost a third of our hard-earned cash going towards things we don't necessarily need. So how can we break free from these wasteful spending habits? It's time to take a step back and reevaluate our priorities. Let's start by tracking our spending and identifying areas where we can cut back. And to all my viewers out there, I want to hear from you. What are some of the craziest things you've wasted money on in the past? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on how to save money and create a budget that works for you, be sure to check out our video on smart budgeting tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.